Hello everybody and a warm welcome to yourselves to tonight's stream for the ECC. It is the beginning of Season 5 and of course today is the first match day of League Play, and tonight we do have ourselves two matches and we're going to be taking a look at. But before we dive any further into that, we need to introduce ourselves at the casting desk. Of course, my name is Faded and joining me is the one and only Sappy. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm doing really well. Ready to see some start of the season ECC action. Everyone's been hyped for the past couple months, so really hyped for today. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, yesterday we did see the preseason cup, so we got to see a sneak peek of a lot of the teams that will be playing this season. But of course, now we're going to finally get into the first week of League Play. Of course, we're going to have a quick rundown of today's schedule. Our first match is going to be a Division 3 matchup between Darklight Esports and NoHope Crimson. And then right after that, in about an hour's time, we'll be having a Division 1 game, Polar Race versus Help Me Please. So that's what we have on the agenda today. But into our first game, Darklight Esports and NoHope Crimson. We don't know much about these two teams actually. They're both very new teams, but a quick rundown of the lineups. Of course, Darklight, we have aka Joshi, the Humble Turtle, Mercurius, I think it's pronounced, and Fogo as their sub. NoHope Crimson's team, we have Victor, VTM, Kitty, Ballistic, and then their subs, the Absolute Snake and Kekzio. So yeah, Savvy, both these two teams, we were talking a little bit about them before we went live. We have no previous results for them at all. So really, there's not much we can really go off of here.
No, that's the case. Although looking at seeding, you can see that I think it's Darklight Esports a third seed this season in Division 3. So they're looking like the stronger team coming into this against NoHope, who are the 8th seed. So just based off statistics, it's looking like Darklight are going to be the stronger team. But obviously, we'll have to find out because, as we all know, rank isn't what matters when you're on the field. It's about what you can actually do. So we'll see what they can do.
Yes, certainly. Seeding, there's only so much you can really go off of, but generally, it determines who's the better team. But of course, we'll have to see how both of them play on the field, because that's really what matters. Your rank doesn't matter, just as you said there, Savvy. But then, now I think we'll just get into the predictions. There's not much else we have to really discuss. Savvy, I'll give it to you first. Who have you got to win this matchup?
Like I said, I mean, there's not much to go off other than seeding, so I think I'm going to head for a NoHope victory, probably like 3-1 around there.
Alright, no, very interesting prediction, must say, going with the supposed underdogs. I think I'll go at the opposite side. I'll say Darklight will have this one. I'm going to call it I think a 3-1 as well, I think we'll go with. So, yeah, we'll go at, I guess, polar opposite or something. I think Darklight, they are, I guess, the favourites to win this one just based on seeding, but NoHope they could partly potentially pull something out of the bag here. You never know. We'll have to find out how they play. Two very new teams. We don't know how they're going to be playing in this match, but yeah, all the players are in the lobby. I can see them here. Unless you have anything else to say, Savvy, I think we'll just dive straight in.
No, I think we're all set to go. See what they can do.
Yeah, certainly. So we'll get this first match started, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, again, Darklight Esports and NoHope Crimson are our first match of League Play. Let's just dive straight into it. We'll get into the map animation. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The first series of League Play here starting off. It is, of course, Darklight and NoHope, but the first goal coming out from Joshi right off the kickoff. First goal of the season. Yeah, very interesting here, Sabe.
Yeah, first goal of the season, as you say, it's probably going to be the fastest one we see all season. 3 seconds in, cheeky kickoff goal there for Joshi. He seems to just absolutely dominate his opponent on the kickoff. Such a strong skill, such a needed thing, and is it NoHope getting punished there for it? And it's a 1-0 already.
Yeah, the favourites getting a very early start here. Of course, there's plenty of time left for NoHope, so we'll see how they look to respond here. Because here comes Mysterious with a shot onto the crossbar. The Humble Turtle coming in with a follow, but it is off the post and bang back down the field. Mysterious again, going up for this, puts it over one. And the Absolute Snake putting this one to the side. Up here is Joshi, putting it into the middle, and Victor VTM with an interesting pre-jump, but Snake will come into cover for him. But now Ballistic is a bit of a dangerous touch into his own box. No one there to capitalize off of that one though. Now Ballistic, with not any boost to work with, we'll leave it for Victor VTM, who bangs into the corner. And now a whiff in the backward there. Joshi will pick that one up. Now there's Absolute Snake there, putting this one into the box. Ballistic touching it to the side. Now he's going to follow up himself. There's a bit of a dribble to work with. This decides to bang it. Joshi will be able to pick it up. And Victor VTM getting to that. Mysterious block this one out. Looking for a second touch. He has no boost. It's going to just drop. Now Ballistic onto the backwards. The follow-up potentially coming in here. No one is actually there for the side of NoHope. Could have been a really good chance, but yes, sadly, it's been a minute since the last goal was scored. It seems things have calmed down a little bit here, but neither team really getting any good chances so far.
Yeah, you said here comes Dark Blade Esports with another chance. They're getting sort of half chances. It seems like they're sort of both teams are trying to feel each other out at this point. After the first goal, you know, teams are sort of thinking about what they can do. But that's really unfortunate. The whiff coming out from the NoHope defender, and Mercurius credited for that one, but I don't think he's touched it any time recently. Snake with the own goal. It can't quite reach. That's so unfortunate, and NoHope are going to have themselves a pretty tough task if they want to come back here in game one after that unfortunate start.
Yeah, the defense not looking so strong there, but Mercurius there to get the goal. Just over a minute and a half in. It's a 2-0 lead for Darklight Esports here, so we'll see if they can keep the momentum rolling. As Mercurius again putting this one into the box. Ballistic, a bit of an awkward touch. Does get it off the backboard. Now here comes Joshi, trying to keep the pressure on. Ballistic will pick it up once more. Take it to the wall. I'm looking for a center, but he does miss contact. But Mercurius misses it as well, and it is over to Joshi. Now, Turtle getting this one down. Ballistic with another touch. Mercurius is into the box, but Snake will be there for the save. Now Joshi touching it once more. Mercurius lurking here. Not a lot of boost to work with. He just missed the ball. Now Turtle will be coming in for the shot, which he will convert. And now it's 3-0 for Darklight, looking really good in this game.
Yeah, Turtle picking up a nice punish. Mercurius there can't quite get a good touch, but he leaves it for his teammate. He's got all the time in the world to take that shot. No challenge from the defense there. And he finds a really nice bit of placement there into the mid-right of the goal, and 3-0 to Darklight Esports, and they're really looking like they're in control of this series so far. Yeah,
certainly. We'll see if they'll keep this one going as Joshi again, another centre and a team bump there coming up for NoHope, but that is a massive pinch coming out from them to get that one out. That's one hell of a way to clear it after struggling for so long. It's now Ballistic. We'll be getting it out. Mercurius into the centre. Victor VTM will be getting that one onto the backboard. There is actually a whiff there, and Turtle does pop a high. Ballistic does have a shooting chance, but Mercurius is there for the block, and Turtle will secure the clear. And now Ballistic touching it into the corner. Does get it out once more. Joshi touching it into the centre. Mercurius is there as well. He does land a touch, but Snake will be there to take it out. Now Snake, with a potential solo play here, takes it onto the wall. He can't have that much boost now. Trying to take his time here. Actually got 40 to work with. Puts it into the box, and Victor did have a shot there. Mercurius with a good save. Now, Snake touching it forward once more. And goes Ballistic into the box. Mercurius is up for it, and Victor does whiff that one, but still in the hands of NoHope. We'll see what they can do. But Ballistic just grants possession right over to Darklight. Not the best touch in the world. Now Josh is up here. Mercurius has put another shot on. Ballistic there for the save. Gets over to his teammate. The pass back. This could be a really good chance. Ballistic with the flick. Is the finish going to be there? No. Joshi with another save. But sadly, as we approach the final minute here, still NoHope seem to have barely any chances in this game. You know, what do you think they have to do? You know, what do they have to change if they want to grant themselves more opportunities?
Well, looking at the Darklight Esports side here, I'm feeling like in offense they seem really well coordinated and quite capable, but in defense they always seem to hesitate. Maybe they have quite a lot of double commits as well, so I'm thinking if NoHope can just get the ball forwards and just start getting some powerful shots off, that eventually that's going to break the Darklight defense, because they're looking really shaky while heading back at the moment. I feel that's how they're going to have to take things forwards if they want to secure a few wins in the series to come.
Yeah, certainly. So I think that's what they will have to do if they want to have a good chance here. Victor VTM with another shot, but didn't have that much power on it, unfortunately. And now this one being boomed down the field by Turtle to get the 4th goal for Darkblade. They're just padding the stats at this point, Sabe.
Yeah, Turtle with a big boomer there. Not ready. Ballistic, I think it was, who wasn't ready for it in defense. Pushes up a little bit too far and gets punished. And Darkblade looking they've taken game 1 here. But we'll have to see because 30 seconds left, you know, anything could happen. But they're looking really strong at the moment, so.
Yeah, definitely. 30 seconds left on the clock. Have to see what they can do in the remainder of this game. As Turtle gets another shot on net, Victor will be there for the save. Now Mercurius, as part of the ones the box snake, touches it into his own corner, but Mercurius will just go for another center. Josh was up with that ballistic, a nice clear though. And Turtle bang it back into the other end. Snake is up for this, but one more shot coming from Turtle to get the hat-trick for him. 5-0 here, Savvy, just absolutely dominant from them.
Yeah, like I mentioned, they're so confident and so fast on the offense, and Turtle again gets a nice early read that NoHope just can't make, and he's so much faster than them to the ball and just secures it for the 5th. And it has been some really good offense from Darkblade that's led to their goals, and you have to give credit where it's due to them for pulling off such great shots.
Yeah, for sure. As the clock runs down here, one more chance here, NoHope. They are denied, and Darklight Esports will be taking this first game of the series. And of course, now advancing into game 2, Stab. Of course, I didn't mention what NoHope would have to change. Of course, we think they should be a bit more aggressive. But yeah, their mentality really comes into it. You know, they can't let themselves tilt. So how do you think they'll handle the second game now?
Yeah, I feel like the way they've got to handle it, not sure if they'll be able to because obviously we haven't seen any previous experiences. They're going to have to sort of get their heads down and look at what they need to do and just not get tilted, because that's the last thing they need to do at the moment, is to just take the loss and think, oh, it's already gone. We've just been clapped 5-0. They need to sort of get their heads down, analyze what's gone wrong, and really just play how they want to play very confidently and show what they can do.
Alright, well, we'll see how they'll do in the second game. We'll be coming up in just a moment. So yeah, let's see what will happen. Alright, game 2 coming up here. Of course, Darklight getting a 5-0 victory in the first game. What a statement to make there. NoHope will look to make a big response here going into this game. We'll see if they can get something going. As now they find themselves in possession. Ballistic just reversing into that one. As now the Humble Tower up for another shot. A great block by Snake to get it downfield. And Snake again pinching it off the corner while Mercury has a brilliant read on that, but not a lot of boost to work with. Still has possession though, and now Joshi will be there for the clear. For Snake, getting it past one. Can he find another touch? Not any boost to work with, but he does get it off the corner again. Now Turtle dropping it down to Mercurius. And Victor trying to get this one into the center. It is right in front of the net, and it is cleared away once more. As now Snake will pick this one up. Joshi tried for a challenge. Now Turtle will be getting it. Snake with a great block, even though it was dangerously to his own backboard. It will not matter. But now Mercurius with another chance. It's rolling into the box. Turtle is up for this. Great speed on that shot there from Turtle, and again Darklight will be opening up the scoring.
Yeah, picking up where they left off, Turtle in particular. I mean, that's just so fast to read on there, and he's just leaving no chance for the NoHope defenders to get it clear, and he's just faster than all of them, and he puts it into the top shelf, and it's 1-0 to Darklights once again.
Yeah, for sure. As the first minute passes by, Turtle just so fast that one. NoHope had no time to react to that one. As now Ballistic first one's to the corner. Victor is there. Does get a demo on Mercurius, but he won't give possession to NoHope. As Snake putting over to Ballistic. He is up for this one. He has a really good shooting chance, which he will take, but Mercurius shuts it down at the last hurdle. As now Turtle dropping this one out. Snake does challenge him. It is into the box again, but Joshi clears it out. For Victor into the sidewall. It's not a really good touch for him. He could have had Ballistic as a passing option, but still they will hang on to the ball. So Snake onto the back wall. Mercurius misses that. Ballistic has a chance, takes the shot. Turtle does block it, but the follow-up here coming in is blocked once more. Now Victor. There's one center. It's over to Turtle. Now Ballistic will be picking this one up, looking for a center to his teammate. Snake is up for it, does beat Mercurius to it. What a banger, but again, another great save from Joshy. I've noticed like here, Savvy, NoHope are starting to pick it up a lot more. They're getting more chances than the last game, but still they're unable to convert them.
Yeah, I feel like they're definitely playing a lot more aggressive and just like how they need to play, because they've had a few more shots and they've been forcing out some actually pretty good saves from Dark Light Esports here. And eventually this pressure, you've got to say, it has to eventually break them down, because they've been looking pretty shaky at times, some double commits on the saves, and NoHope are looking a lot better than they were in the previous game.
Yeah, but as you say that, Joshy comes out with a goal, and this was a brilliant demo, I must say. Yeah, Ballistic, a bit of a mistouch there. Turtle does get that one stare to Josh, and a demo coming out, does well-coordinated play.
Yeah, Caster's curse, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but halfway through this game, as for complimenting NoHope, they get scored on once more. It happens every time, but anyways, we will advance with this game. Dark Light still looking very strong, but NoHope have showed sparks of brilliance in this game. They are starting to get themselves into this matchup as yet another double commit from Dark Light. And now Snake trying to push this one into the box. It is now over to Ballistic. Puts it down again. Turtle. There's a backflip into that one, but Mercurius is there for it. Now Victor. That 50 is going to be going well into NoHope half. Snake. Let's get this one out. Mercurius off the backboard. Let's boom it over. Again. Victor being patient here. Jossie puts it onto the back wall. Now Ballistic, let's get a touch. Looking to play it himself. Gets it past one, but Mercurius is ready to receive it. Now Victor into the side. Joshy does pellet it into the opposing half. Turtle is there. He does backflip though, but Mercurius is there to cover for him. Now Ballistic. Again getting this one. Turtle trying to get this one off the corner, but Joshy will pick up on the pass. 3-0 again for Dark Light. And again, just looking like they're game themselves once more.
Yeah, I have to say, Dark Light's passing players have actually been really on point today. You know, Division 3, not the place where you see the most passing players, but here they're really making them work here and there with these nice little effective passes. Not too flashy, but they're working out, and as we see there again, I feel like that's one of the main differences they've had over NoHope, is that the passes have been more direct and more to their teammates, and less so just sort of throwing the ball away. And that's one of the main reasons why they're 3-0 up at the moment with 1 minute left.
Yeah, definitely. You know, you mentioned you don't see passing that much in Division 3, but it's brilliant to see Dark Light making use of it, because it's giving them a very strong advantage. I feel like if they didn't have that, you know, in their playbook, this could have been a much closer series, in my opinion. But now NoHope will look to get a consolation here. Snake puts it into the box. Joshua with a dangerous touch, and finally Ballistic will get the first goal here for NoHope with just a minute left here, Save.
Yeah, that's their first of the series, and that's actually really promising for them, because they had a really good bit of pressure. They're forced out a so awkward save, but there's not a lot the defender could do about that one. And with 1 minute left, they're really looking like they're picking up some momentum here, and possibly they can bring this one back, if not into the next games.
Yeah, they've got 50 seconds. It is possible, but judging by the way this game has gone so far, it's looking unlikely. But Ballistic will look to push it down the field. Mercurius onto the backboard. Now Snake is up for that one. Joshy puts it into the corner. It's really awkward positioning here for NoHope, but they'll make it work as it's now being pushed back down the other end. Now Joshy trying to get this one out. Ballistic trying to block it, but he just sends it into his own half. And Joshy with yet another great win with that 50. Snake into the side. Turtle is over to Ballistic, who chips it high. Now Mercurius onto the back wall. Ballistic is up for this. Turtle has blocked that one. Now Joshy into the box once more. Snake looking to get one more goal here. Not a lot of boost to work, Mercurius does get it, but the demo from Snake could allow Ballistic to do something here. Snake looking for one more play, perhaps just to go for an air dribble this time, but instead just puts it to the backboard. Mercurius, an easy block for him, and that will be 2-0 now for Dark Light Savvy. Looking good for them still. They look like the more dominant side, but NoHope has showed sparks of brilliance in this game, and it looks really promising, and I feel like a reverse sweep could definitely be on the cards here if, you know, they could just change a few small things in their playstyle.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I mean, if they continue to see that incline of how they're playing, then, you know, next game NoHope could be really pulling out the bag here. I mean, we definitely saw a lot of improvement from game 1 for them, and if they can continue to keep that up, then there's no telling how they could do in the next few games, and we might have a reverse sweep on our hands here indeed.
Yeah, certainly. Just take a look at shot differential here. Darklight with 4 shots compared to 7 of NoHope, and even then, Darklight were still more clinical. 75% shot accuracy is really good. NoHope, I feel like they just throw the ball at their opponents oftentimes, and when really they should be trying to find either more power on it or looking for that infield pass. So let's hope NoHope can improve upon that in the next game. Let's see if they can get the reverse sweep here. Well, now we're into the third and potentially final game, and the NoHope side have actually made a substitution here. Of course, they are bringing in Kitty here. So, Savvy, do you think the substitution here can make a really big difference for NoHope, considering they've been struggling so much so far?
Well, I mean, well, that's your answer, I think. I was about to say, well, the player they substituted out, Victor, I think he's their sub, and he's not, from watching the gameplay, he seemed a little bit uncomfortable in his playstyle around the other players, so I was going to say he seemed like, it was going to make a positive impact, and already Kitty there, 13 seconds in, got the name on the board with with 1-0 to NoHope. Their first lead of the series is looking really promising for them already.
Yes, certainly. Kitty just subs in, and already he's scoring. That's just, brilliant. NoHope have got to be happy about that. The super sub Kitty coming in potentially. This could be the answer they actually needed here. But yeah, let's see how this works out for them going into the later stage of the series. This is an unlikely lead they have. They've not experienced this so far this series, so let's hope they can hold on to it. As our Turtle gets a shot on net, it looks like it's not going to last much longer. The Caster's Curse coming out once more, Savvy, as Turtle does tie it up.
Yeah, it's a really good punish there. I mean, the NoHope defenders all seem to bunch up in the one corner. It's a bit of a triple commit positioning-wise, and they actually get a bit of a team bump. I think that would have been fine if they hadn't collided with each other there, but Turtle's not going to take any notice of that. He's going to just love that he's just scored himself an equalising goal for Kitty again. The lead didn't last long. As I said earlier, the 3-second goal was probably going to be the fastest one we see all season, but I think that one might have just topped it.
Yeah, I think it did top it here. Kitty, the sub once again, putting a second goal on the board here for NoHope. I think he's going to be the X factor going into the rest of the series, Savvy. He's made a massive impact on the team, single-handedly getting more goals for his team than they did in the last 2 games combined. I mean, that's just really impressive, and yeah, it's going to really help NoHope, I think. But now, we're advancing into this game. Ballistic does actually get a long shot here off the side wall to bring it to 3-1. Savvy, what on earth happened here?
Yeah, I feel like NoHope was sort of, with that substitution, they're sort of feeling more confident and more comfortable in each other. And because of that, Ballistic there, he's so much faster to the ball than I think he was being in the last few games. And he's really just got that confidence to just go for it and get a banger. And that's what he's done. It's really caught Darklight off guard here. Looking, again, 3-1 after just over a minute, so NoHope are looking so much stronger than they were in the first 2 games.
Yeah, certainly. The sub's making a big difference, as I say here, but I feel like now the other players are starting to put a bit more power on their shots and just playing much faster in general, which I think caught Darklight off guard. So good work here from the NoHope side, as they are looking for a reverse sweep in this series. So yeah, let's take a look here. As this one is into the Darklight box. Kitty is there, putting it onto the back wall. Turtle does get it past one. Snake is the last man back, getting into the net, preparing for the center, and he will deal with it. So Mercurius into the middle. Joshi is there. He does get beat out by Ballistic though. So Turtle bangs over to the side. Kitty will surely be the one to get this. Does beat out Mercurius, but now Joshi is there for the shot. Onto the backward. Snake, it is really off for him, but Kitty does stop the shot there. And now Turtle with the fall, but it is onto the post. That is unfortunate. It was a pretty wide open shot there. And now Kitty will be putting it back into the center. Miss there from Snake. as our Ballistic will try to get this one forward. Turtle onto the back, we're following up himself, he misses it. Joshua with the follow-up again, but the shot is incredibly weak. And now Kitty looking to set up this counter-attack here by himself, but Turtle will get a clear out. But now Savvy, we're halfway through this game as another shot comes through. Ballistic, what a save. Seems like things are getting ramped up here finally. Both teams looking kind of neck and neck, especially in the last minute or so. So we'll have to see how they do going into the remainder of this game.
Yeah, I have to say both teams again, like you said, they're just playing so much faster, and I feel like NoHope are really connecting with each other much better. Saw Kitty going for an infield pass earlier on, which was like just banging it straight at their teammate. Bit of an overhit, but it's really good ideas coming out from NoHope, and that's what you'd like to see, is that teams are really trying to make the different plays that they need to make that difference and adapt really to a situation where they weren't doing so well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's been really impressive stuff from them. Really great strength of character as well, like we mentioned earlier, to keep their heads up and take the lead back.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll see if NoHope can keep that up. They looked a lot more clinical, I feel like, in this game, and that's what I wanted to see out of them. They have delivered here, so we'll see how they continue on in this game. As Joshi does put it high, Ballistic for yet another shot. This one will be dropping in. Kitty with the steal to secure himself the hat-trick. 3 shots and 3 goals. Kitty just on fire in this game, Sabi.
Yeah, well, one game into the season already, people are trying to stat pad Kitty with the goal steal, making it 4-1. I think that one was already pretty much in, so it's a good finish though, and just punishing again. The Darklight defense has been pretty weak and unorganized, so we'll have to see how, because they're going to have to try and patch that up in the next few games if they don't want to get reverse swept in.
Yeah, for sure. We'll see how Darklight looks to respond. Perhaps, this is a big momentum switch, I feel like, in this series, and NoHope getting such a big win in this match in particular after a devastating start. But Mercurius will look to tie it up potentially, but he pinches it in the wrong direction, and Ballistic will secure the clear. Joshi out to the side. Kitty will put this one over Ballistic for a potential redirect, but it is shut down by Turtle. And a demo coming up for Turtle is a wide open net, and finally Darklight, after such a long drought, they get a response here. 45 seconds left, 4-2.
Yeah, Turtle's really been the striker for Darklight this game. He's been scoring most of the goals, and at least, and really punishing those defensive hiccups from NoHope, which there have been less of this game, and that's really proven in how, despite having more shots than they had last game, Darklight have actually got, I think, way less of a conversion rate. They're just not quite piecing it together as well as they have in the last few games, and that's really just because of this added pressure that NoHope have had.
Yeah, certainly. 30 seconds left. Can Darklight bring it back? That was a nice try, a double tap from Joshi, but does just go right wide of the net. Now Mercurius looking for something here. Kitty will be on this one, trying to get out, taking a lot of time, passing it infield to Snake. This is great from them, but this one's just back into the corner. Okay, just sitting AFK for whatever reason. Ballistic. Not sure about that, but nevertheless, we'll see how this one pans out. Snake, can we drop this one down? Mercurius trying to get the shot, but it is blocked by Snake. Brilliant. And that is the game done here. Savvy will drop. NoHope Crimson get one on the board, and I think actually it's a disconnect on the side of Kitty. That's why he was AFK, so we may have to just leave some time here. Yeah, he lost connection, you can just see. So yeah, we will have to take a bit of time here to see what happens with that. But yeah, Savvy, looking good for NoHope. They definitely stepped up here. So yeah, how do you think Darklight need to actually respond to this? Because with that substitution, NoHope's playstyle changed like completely, it seems like.
Yeah, well, Darklight, they weren't short of pressure that game because, as we said, they actually had more shots this time. I think the winning teams had less shots the past couple games now. So, yeah, I think where they're lacking is that, firstly, the sort of clinicalness that specifically Kitty had with that 100% conversion rate, 3 shots and 3 goals. So, but also the defensive hiccups that they've had with most of the goals coming from good plays from NoHope, but they're punishing some whiffs and some double commits that Darklight have had. They just need to sort of communicate with each other more, be more confident in their own hits, and just sort of sit down and just be confident in themselves and each other.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll have to see how that happens. But yeah, we do have some technical issues. Unfortunately, Kitty, the sub, has just been disconnected from the server. So hopefully he'll be back momentarily. So yeah, we do apologize for the wait, guys, but we will be back underway as soon as possible, really. we all have that. But yeah, reverse sweep is on for NoHope. They finally get one on the boards, and momentum seems to be on their side there, even though Darklight did somewhat break it with a, a late goal there to get, to put it to 2-goal difference there. But still, very dominant performance from NoHope. So we'll have to see how they look to do it in the rest of the series. So yeah, with this, we're gonna wait for Kitty to come back. But yes, Savvy, definitely NoHope looking very impressive in that game. Looking forward to see how they can actually manage it now, because Darklight, the pressure's on them at the moment, because they're the ones that they do not want to be reverse swept here. They want to close it out, but NoHope, they have no pressure on them really, because they're the ones that they want to play confident, try and make this comeback happen. They have the confidence to do it. We saw it in that game, and I really think it could happen here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, something that I always say is it's easier to, when you're in this position now for NoHope, it's actually easier to be the team reverse sweeping, because mentality-wise, you're in such a more positive place. You've got that feeling. You can go for this, you can get the reverse sweep, and there's not as much pressure, like you mentioned. Whereas for Darklight now, it's a sort of there's so much pressure on them to play the way they were playing in the first 2 games, and they're going to be thinking and stressing about how they can recreate those wins they took. So from a mentality point of view, NoHope are probably in a really great place right now.
Yeah, definitely. They're the ones that, they don't need to really worry much. They're the ones that have to make reverse sweep happen. As long as you don't put any pressure on themselves, I feel like they're in the best position. Whereas Darklight, they just need to not overthink it too much, right? You lose just 1 game, it's okay. Even if you got a bit battered on it. It was an unexpected change that happened there. You don't see substitutions happen often. In fact, this is the first season of the ECC where substitutions can happen in this series. But yeah, it was more of a tactical substitution there from the NoHope side, because most of the time we see subs, it's normally due to technical issues. But this time it was, a tactical change that had to be made, because I think Victor, I was reading the Twitch chat a little bit earlier, and Victor felt like he wasn't playing well, so perhaps Kitty could be the better player, and it did pay off there. Certainly the new playstyle that came around, Kitty looked very comfortable there, and certainly brought, a spark there in the NoHope Crimson side, which Darklight weren't expecting. But I feel like Darklight, they could, they are they're the favorites in this series still, and I feel like they could have that, experience there where they could figure out, okay, this is what we need to do to counter Kitty, especially because Kitty seems to be the striker of this team, and that's what they could do. But for them to win this, they can't think about it way too much. You just gotta focus and just play their game, and make sure they can secure this win here.
We have to see how they're going to react, because it's on them now to make the change. I mean, NoHope made the change, made the substitution, and now Darklight have to react to it. I mean, well, we'll just have to see. It's impossible to say how they're going to react, because obviously we haven't seen much from these teams ever before. They're very new to the ECC, so yeah, and it's really up for grabs at the moment. It's really 50-50, I think, between either of these 2 teams. I really think it's impossible to say one has the edge over the other, personally. NoHope, I've been really impressed with their, again, like I mentioned, the strength of character, and also their directional passing plays. We saw Kitty especially finding those touches like right at teammates, just to try and find those plays where in the past they've been sort of throwing away the ball or just hitting it off the wall without really thinking too much. And yeah, we've been really impressed so far.
Yeah, they've looked a lot more clinical, and the last game especially, they weren't making all these silly touches that I saw earlier, such as just like, I think I saw one play from the NoHope where like a player smacked it into the side wall where he had this teammate in the opposite direction that he could pass it to, and that could have been really dangerous. I don't think they ended up getting, capitalized on by that. But yeah, still NoHope. They looked a lot stronger in that last game, just way more clinical, looked a lot more clean. And your Darklight weren't expecting it, to be honest, but now it's completely even. It's 50-50, as you said, Savvy, and really, it's a coin flip each game at this point, I feel like, because especially in the last couple minutes of that last game that we just saw, it was just like, you can't really tell what's going to happen next, as both teams are just, back and forth, trading chances, and it would just happen to be NoHope that had that edge to score the goals. But yeah, guys, going to give you a quick update on the situation here. Kitty did disconnect for those of you just joining us, and so now what's happening, we're waiting for him to return. Now, you may be asking, can't you just sub someone in? they already made a substitution this series, and you're limited to 1 in each series. So basically, from what I don't know what the rules are specifically, I believe it's 10 minutes from when disconnection happened that the player has to rejoin. If not, it's a forfeit, and that would be really heartbreaking for NoHope, who had the chance to come back in this series. But yeah, he is back in the server now. So yeah, it is 2-1 as I said to Darklight. Think Sappy. We'll just now dive into the next game. We'll not waste any more time for these players. So yeah, I'm just gonna tell them. Just gonna release them. Let's just get going with this game. So yeah, it's game 4 of the series. 2-1 up for Darklight. Let's see how they manage this one. As I thought, I look to get things started, but Darklight does get a shot right off the kickoff there. Savvy. There's been so many kickoff goals in this series so far, and you know this is not the fastest one, but yeah, it's adding to the tally now.
Yeah, I mean, Darklight especially have been raking them in. I mean, their kickoffs have been really strong, really consistent for the most part. And I feel like maybe NoHope have just sort of been a little bit rusted up a little bit just from sitting in the lobby for a few minutes and not really had that chance. But you come in again with another chance straight off the kickoff, but Josh, you can't quite convert that one, unfortunately. But Darklight again, they're looking so strong straight off the kickoffs, and getting these follow-up touches just like turtle dunks just there is looking so much more promising for them. And NoHope again on the back foot.
Yeah, they're on the back foot right now. They don't look that organized right now. They need to really find a clear immediately as they're just under so much pressure. But finally, Ballistic with a nice touch over to K, but shut down straight away. Now Snake moving up to K, is on the side. We're looking for a touchdown, forces a 50, and Ballistic just makes a side flip there. Could have had a chance to push this one up, but now he'll have to take control of it. And Mercurius, who's switched to the Octane now, coming off the Dominus, which he used for the past 3 games. Did have that one, and now Josh missing a touch. Snake could have a chance. Let's put it into the center, but had too much power on that. And now Kitty coming up for this one. It's late to the challenge. Ballistic bring it into the box. The bump coming out here from Kitty. Oh my, well, the Ballistic shot to go through. This was pretty calculated play here from Kitty.
Yeah, I didn't quite catch that bump actually, but that is so smart. Just to, I mean, come from behind as well. There's no way the defender can ever see that coming unless he's got some sort of spidey sense, because that is just out of nowhere, Kitty there with the bump from behind. That's such an efficient play, and it's so effective. And NoHope again have got that confidence in their play that they seem to have in the past couple of games. And it looks like both teams now are looking to be on form that they have, on the best form that they have in all series. So looking quite tense here in game 4.
Yeah, tense as to war, but what on earth was that touch? That one nearly went in, but it does bounce out and away. I feel like both these teams starting to get more creative, especially NoHope, you know, trying to put in some more bumps like we saw from Kitty on that goal there. They're trying to spice up a little bit, catch Darklight off guard, because they know that, like, you know, the substitution did catch the opponents off guard there with a massive playstyle change. But now Darklight should know how to play against it. So you gotta just throw something into the mix here as Kitty is up for this. Does miss the contact the ball. Joshy out to side. Ballistic does put it down. And now puts this one past the Kitty. Does chip it there for Ballistic. You know, Mercurius is on the sidewall looking for the air dribble. Gets it past one. Can he complete it? No, Kitty does shut it down. Now Joshy with a bit of an awkward pre-jump does get a touch on it. Now Ballistic does bang. It had a passing option open on his left side, I think. They could have made use of it instead of booming it, but nevertheless, Snake puts it into the box. The bump coming out, and Kitty will bang it again. And once more, having the bump plays coming out for NoHope, and it grants them yet another goal.
Yeah, so smart there. I believe it from Snake there. He sees that Mercurius is the only one really able to challenge, and he just goes for him. I mean, Kitty again profiting from a bump play, and NoHope taking another lead that they only saw in the game they won so far. So looking again quite promising for them. And we'll have to see if they can keep these plays going, and if Darklight are going to get tilted by these bump plays coming out.
Yeah, for sure. Of course, Darklight, they can't afford to get tilted because they're the ones with pressure. And now we have a real one, but Turtle makes it up. Why, man? Turtle, man, you gotta keep those going. But okay, whatever. We'll probably come back to bite them later on. Watch, like, NoHope are gonna score right now. Okay, never mind, it got cleared out, but man, I'm a bit annoyed at Turtle for breaking that one up. That's a bit sad, but it's whatever. It's ECC. We'll see ongoing. Weird stuff happens. As now Kitty will be going up for that one. Turtle will be picking this one up, looking for an infield pass eventually, but he touched it too far forward. He could have just taken the first touch over to a teammate, would have had a chance, but now Kitty would bring it ballistic. There is double commit there on the Dark Light side. And now Kitty putting this one out. Turtle out to the side. Snake will be on this one, but Mercurius has beat him to it. Now Turtle again with a touch. It's a bit awkward for Snake. Mercurius does get a shot, but it's just one, and Kitty will be sure to clear that one away. Now Snake out to the left side. Joshy put this one onto the backboard. And now this one for Turtle. He will slam it down into the net to make it 2-2 here in this game.
Yeah, it seems like Tull's scoring every single goal that Darklight are getting, and it's because he's making these really efficient reads, like I mentioned earlier. He's getting that read off the backboard. He's also reading Ballistic's whiff, and that's so important in these Division 3 games that, you know, the fact is more people are going to be whiffing in these games, and unfortunately for them, that means that a lot of the teams who do better are the ones who are more aware of what's going on in the games, and Tull seems to be very aware right now, and profiting again off a mistake from NoHope defense.
Yeah, for sure. So as we close ever closer to the end of this game, 1 minute left, it is all tied up. I feel like it's basically golden goal territory at this point. The next team to score will probably have the game in their bag. Let's see what happens. Snake getting over one, Ballistic trying to touch into the center. Joshy is there, but Kitty pushed so far up as the third man, does manage to get a touch, but it's still dangerous. Ballistic is past him. Snake, can he make the save? No, but Kitty is clutch there, coming from the back post to save it. Now the counter attack, Snake with the shot. What a play! The counter attack coming out here for NoHope. Brilliant pass there to put themselves back in the lead.
Yeah, that's really characterized NoHope's whole new playstyle that we've seen since Kitty's come in. I mean, they have a bit of a counter attack, and that's a really nice passing play. They just understand each other and then their positioning, and they're so much more confident in their teammates' ability to hit those shots, make those passes. And they're getting rewarded for it here with a lead here in Game 4. Looking really strong and quite confident going into the final seconds.
Yeah, but as I say that, Josh, he absolutely smacks that down into the net. We'll look at this again. Kitty trying to get a block, but Mercurius just bullies him out of the way, and Josh off the crossbar, bang, bottom corner. And he will tie it up again. I said it was going to be golden goal territory, but immediate response from Darklight. This one could potentially go to an overtime, Sabe.
Yeah, Kitty getting dunked on unfortunately there, and the double tap from Josh off the crossbar. Such a great read to get it off the crossbar. It's one that even the Champions Division players this season are going to be struggling with, I feel, that kind of read. And yeah, golden goal territory. This could go into overtime here, although Darklight not looking to give up the pressure. They're committing quite hard here, and they might get punished for it in the final few seconds.
They won't just yet. Kitty is trying to make it that way, but Josh, I think he'll just let this one die. It's still bouncing. I think NoHope might actually go for this. Kitty does keep it up. Ballistic with the shot. Oh, it was too low and it's blocked anyway. OT here in Game 4. Darklight, if they score, they win the series. Else, it will be Game 5 if NoHope can win this. Turtle putting this one down for Mercurius. The shot is wide. As now Mercurius looks to keep the pressure on, but brilliant punch from Ballistic. Now Kitty with no boost cannot reach this one. Ballistic will be the man to get out of the corner again. And Kitty drops it for Snake, but he's a bit too close to the ball there. And Mercurius onto the backboard. There's a really good chance here for Darklight, but no one there for the shots. And now pressure still for Darklight. 30 seconds in. Joshy here for the challenge. Snake does win it though, but he's got no boost to work with. Potentially needs a teammate, but Turtle will swipe the ball away from him. Now double commit here for the defense. Mercurius has an open net. And that will be it. Darklight Esports win the series 3-1, capitalizing off the defensive mistake once more.
Yeah, that's more like it from Darklight. I mean, that pressure that they've had, I mean, you could tell throughout the whole overtime looking at NoHope's boost situation, it was looking so much worse for them. Their playstyle, which was so committed and quite aggressive usually, was characterized by some high boost intensive plays using a lot of boost and getting away with it by just holding down that boost button. But they were pretty much no boost the whole overtime there, and it was just a matter of time until one small double commit there from their defense, and Darklight are going to punish because those open nets were not getting missed, even at those tight angles from Turtle and missed time Mercurius throughout the whole series.
Yeah, certainly. So well played to Darklight to clutch up in the final moments of that game and get a win. And of course, first series, first prediction totally right. I'm happy about that. Predict the 3-1 to Darklight. Unlucky, Sabe. You got the scoreline at least, but
yeah, you know, I'll call that a moral victory.
Yeah, I suppose. But anyways, guys, hope you did enjoy that match. It was certainly great. GG's well played to both Darklight and NoHope. Was an exciting match to watch, and NoHope made it really competitive there. So yeah, certainly well done. And yeah, that'll be Darklight moving on to 1-0 in the standings. NoHope at 0-1. So yep, that'll be that for that matchup. So anyway, guys, we're now going to hop to a short break now. We're going to be away for about 15 minutes, but at 5 to 8, of course, Europe time, we'll be back for our second match of the day, which I can say is Polar Ace versus Help Me Please in Division 1. Going to be some very exciting stuff. Don't go anywhere, guys. We will be right